Welcome to Contact Has Begun, brought to you by the grace of the World Puja Network, one of the last vestiges of truth concerning benevolent, spiritually and technologically advanced off-world visitors. Some refer to these visitors as our greater family of man or returning ancient ancestors. I am James Gillen, your host, and our guests also include cutting-edge physicists, authors, teachers, and healers dedicated to the awakening and healing of humanity and the earth. Let the journey begin. This is James Gillen with World Puja, and we've got an amazing show today. There's so many things happening down in here in Mexico. Actually, we're broadcasting from Mexico due to the amazing technology, and we're going to hope this technology holds up during this broadcast. It's been quite interesting so far. But anyway, I've got Dolores Cannon on the show today, and she's just an amazing woman. The work she's done, I think she should be given a crown for the queen of paranormal and past life research. She's been at this for quite some time. Her website is DoloresCannon.com. You can go there and check out all the many books she's written. And without wasting more time, I want to invite Dolores on the air. Dolores, are you with us?
Yes, I'm here. I'm in Arkansas, where you're in Mexico.
Yeah.
We're getting ready for a bad snowstorm to move in.
Oh yeah, in Washington, I think they have a bad snowstorm where I'm from originally, and I'm down here in the heat.
You don't have to worry about it down there anyway.
No, not till I get back on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so many areas that we can touch on. I know, you've worked a lot with Nostradamus, and you've worked a lot with regressions, forward and past regressions. And, what the people are most interested in is, 2012, between now and 2012, what information you've gleaned from your research, and we can just take it from there.
Okay, because, that's what I'm mostly focusing on now in my lectures. As they said, everybody wants to know about that.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely is not the end of the world. And, that movie they had come out about that, that was really ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It's not the end of the world, and they have a lot of people really scared. They think something bad is going to happen.
Yeah, I agree. That's probably the worst case possible scenario, but I do know there are changes coming. So what kind of information are you getting?
Well, there's definitely changes coming. Let me give a little bit of background about myself first. I think most people know me, but there's always people out there who are just discovering me for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have been doing, I don't channel, and I'm not a psychic. I'm a hypnotherapist, but I've been involved in hypnosis for 40 years. I started back when reincarnation, past lives, New Age, none of that was even known. So I've been doing it from the very beginning. And I've been doing the past life regression consistently now for 30 years. And I see thousands and thousands of clients. And I've developed my own technique now where I've been teaching it now all over the world, that we have access now to the source of all knowledge. And you can do that through any client you work with. So it's an amazing discovery. So we can find the answers to anything we want to know. Also, we're able to have instantaneous healings. So that's mostly what I'm focusing on now is my classes and seeing clients. But all of the information I write about, and I've written 15 books and working on 3 more, all of it comes from my clients. It doesn't come from me. I get pieces like pieces of a puzzle. I'll get one piece of information from one client, another piece from another, and then I just put it all together like a puzzle. So I call myself the reporter, the investigator, the researcher of lost knowledge. And what I found is amazing, and it just keeps coming and coming. We're getting more and more information, and that's what my convoluted universe theories are dealing with, a lot of this new information that keeps coming out. You know, new metaphysical theories and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But we have been getting quite a bit of information for the last several years dealing with 2012 and the coming of the shifting, but it's not a physical shift, it is a dimensional shift is what I'm finding. Mm-hmm. We're moving into another dimension and another frequency. The frequencies and vibrations of the earth itself are changing, so it is going to move into another dimension. This is what the average person doesn't understand. They think it's like the movie 2012, there's going to be all these disasters, but this is something much more subtle, different than what they think it is. But the earth is a living being, and it is evolving also. And it comes to a time when it has to move on, and it is evolving into a totally new dimension. Now, I've gotten a lot of information, but I don't have it all. And they, when I say they, I mean this power that I've been able to contact that comes through the people I work with. They say they can't give me all the answers because they don't even know. This is the first time in the history of a universe anything of this magnitude is happening. So they're not even sure what's going to happen. And they said it's the greatest show on earth. All the ETs, all the other beings all over the universe are watching us to see if we can pull it off or we're going to be able to do it. That's how important this is that we're moving into.
Mm-hmm. Well, now, what happens to the people that are choosing not to go with this flow or this dimensional shift?
Okay, this is where it gets a little complicated because it's like there's going to be two Earths. That's what I have discovered, the old Earth and the new Earth. And those that are still into the negativity and don't understand any of this, they are going to stay with the old Earth. The old Earth is the one that is going to go through all the catastrophes, the earthquakes, the volcanic eruptions, the tsunamis, and all the horrible things that have been predicted will happen to the old Earth. And those who are evolved, we're going to go with the Earth as it shifts, the new Earth. And the old one, the other people will stay with the other one. It has to do with vibrations and frequencies. If your vibration is still at the lower vibration, the negativity, it can't change that quickly. It's impossible. They will stay with what they have created. And that's all right. It's part of karma.
Yeah.
And they will stay there while the others will move on. And really, this goes back to the Bible, to the book of Revelations, that, about the new heaven and the new earth.
Yes.
And that one will be left and one will go. You've heard that in the Bible.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And when I used to be with the TIC, the Teachings of the Antichrist, and the Tibetan Foundation, and back in the late 70s, we were receiving information about two Earths, two alternate realities that were going to unfold. And, through Babaji was giving us this information. And at the time, I go, this is nuts,
It didn't make sense back then. But
No, and now with modern-day physics and, the parallel worlds and many worlds and different frequencies and other dimensions, it all fits very nicely into the, quantum physics.
I guess we had to evolve enough to where we could understand it. Because,
yes, exactly.
The information I was getting way back then, I could never have understood this. We have to take our baby steps and get our little spoonful of information at one at a time and digest that before we can understand the rest. But now it's pouring out of the people I work with, and they have no idea of what I'm getting. It all just fits together beautifully. But it's still a hard concept for people to wrap their minds around. Well,
I notice a lot of people, when you're working with them, they have no reference points, and we really need to get a great understanding in quantum physics and the real history of Earth, what's really going on, and take the impetus on ourselves to educate ourselves, as to these shifts and changes and the higher mechanics of it all, and get the reference point.